This recording coming in. Let's go. The recorder coming in. Get that started. Connection. Peace, and greetings. Peace, and greetings. You can follow Moses saying peace, and greetings, salutations. Before we get into this, we share a thing called dabalicious.com. This is a new platform coming for our people where you take all your creative ideas and you come get a dap. Like if you see you put it face to face, you get a dap. You have Zoom on it, dap each other eye to eye. You know what I mean? There's a solutions page. Whatever craft that you have, you can get on it, put your product on that page, and everybody gets on that page to see that stuff, see our creations. You have to donate at least three to 5 cents and up. But according to their heart, but at least 3 to 5 cents and up. Get on the page, go ahead and scan through all y'all unbranded work. And so some of that money will go towards the branding and things of that nature. But back to the thing at hand. So that's about Dabalicious.com. Come check me out. Support Dabalicious. It is a community-based web page or platform. It's for strictly education only. We use outside resources to prove our points and to show the truth, to share the truth. And one of our main rules is thou shalt not hustle another man's misery. So without further ado, let me go ahead and get to this. Syphilis and its predators. Anybody on Twitter? Hello, good day. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, hello, good day. Is it me, brothers and sisters, men and women of the planet? Is it just me? I just want to know. It's just me. All this vainglory. I mean, the stress on how your butt should look. The woman's biggest factor right now across the planet is what her butt looks like, and her hips and her thighs. And when we look at these hips and these thighs, and on the men too, other men look at other guys' butts and thighs. But then you get this man who looks at butt, hips, and thighs only. And there's a woman who looks at butt, hips, and thighs and penises only. And there's a society out there like that, which brings us to syphilis and its predators. Now, I'm just thinking, I'm just looking at some stuff, because every page that I look at, every internet thing I look at, every song that I hear, newspaper, in the clubs, outside the clubs, in the streets, at the workplace, everybody's breast, butt, the imprint of the private parts, how deep a string go between a person's butt to make the fashions, make the outfit look fashionable. I'm saying, okay, there has to be a predator behind this. This is a predator thing. I have to bait you with this thing, man. But who's hunting you? Who's a predator? This is gonna hit hard too, folks. It's gonna hit really hard. So this here, watching, happen to tune in. This ain't going to be a long one. Pray. Heavenly Father, we ask you for your permission to speak to your children. We ask you to confirm these things. Help us to see these things a lot more clearer. May you be glorified through this video, and that whoever watch this will see it themselves and experience it for themselves and say, oh, and they may go back in prayer and ask you for permission as well and for protection. By powers will I come to probably before me and after me say thank you. Say la. Got to ask for permission. Got to talk to the Most High. Got to ask for permission. So, this predator, his tools of beautifying the mind. So I'm saying that the body is so important that the breath in the body is irrelevant. And that the breath in the body is so relevant to the body itself that you can fashion. If you look at the word fashion real closely, anybody can chime in, talk in, let me know. So this is not a me conversation, this is a we conversation. Seems like folks are scared to get in and chime in or something. Anybody can chime in. Anybody. Who wants to chime in? Syphilis and its predators. We won't keep it dabalicious. Because in this video, you'll be like, yeah, that's dabalicious right there. I can dap to that because I'm feeling that. I'm seeing it. So that's naturedabalicious.com. Getting what you came on that page for. We're back to this video. We're only 7 minutes in, we're doing good. This word syphilis and mascara started making sense. And so I'm gonna read you something about what they did for syphilis. And this is before we were wearing makeup to cover our defectiveness. And if a lot of you knew why your face was like that, you would understand why syphilis might have ran in your family, why your face is messed up. But though they say it's a rare situation, we ain't gonna take it with a grain of salt, but we'll deal with it. The effects of syphilis on the face.
Here is some information for how syphilis affects the skin. According to NCBI, it typically causes a maculopapular rash that may affect the palms and soles of the feet. Other features include alopecia, cranial nerve palsies, lymphadenopathy, anterior uveitis, hepatitis, and meningitis.
You hear that? Meningitis, hepatitis, uveitis, cranial nerve palsies. That's heavy. How do you get syphilis on your face? Check this out. Syphilis is a bacterial infection usually spread by sexual contact. The disease starts as a painless sore, typically on the genitals, rectum, or mouth. Syphilis spreads from person to person via skin or mucous membrane contaminated with these sores. Now, you hitting the blunt, lipstick, you out there sucking on each other's booty hole. You saying that's cool and for sorority things. Remember the dog? How to lick the booty, stuff like that. and a good old ski wee, and they dance, bounce around, and then back it up. But then come want to read that shitty ass mouth to you about who you should and who you shouldn't be. That's talking some real shit right there, literally. So now you have all this makeup because they told you the only time you heard of syphilis was just back with Tuskegee, and y'all motherfuckers just went to sleep. But since we knew you liked to fuck, we get the spermicide with syphilis in it. You got you smelling like that? You know what you smell like. You know who you is. No matter how much perfume you put down there, how much you put on you, you can smell that shit. You know who you is. And you got money. That's the fucked up part. You won't even pay to go get it because you don't want them to expose you on TV or the news or something. That's messed up. And so when you look into, oh, excuse me. Now I'm looking at all the media being socialized with sex. I've been listening to Cardi B and other females lately. And they just keep telling me how they gonna suck me off. How the coochie is so wonderful and magnificent, and how it shoots sparks out their booty. I'm like, wow. If that does all that, I'm cool. That is too much for a real man. Real man don't need no coochie shooting out sparks and doing magnificent things. Just let's do what was created to do, and we cool with it. That's real men for you, all right? We don't need no extra nothing with the coochie. You gotta get wet, mold, whatever it do. You know, to the manhood. You know what I mean? Cool. Keep it clean and fresh. Same thing with the dude. But nobody cares about diseases anymore. So also, people understand that the word Trojan was a trap. There's a lot of killers inside the horse. The reason why Trojan used the spermicide was the killing of the sperm inside your penis. The horse is your penis. The spermicide is the men of Troy inside the horse. Alright? And they even called it a Trojan hat. Book of Maccabees just said that they even converted to the Trojan Games. The Greek Games. The Greek way of life. It took the young boys and with high honor our best of our children and put Greek hats on them. So you know that was having sex with our little brothers. And they put the Greek hats on them. So now these Greek hats called the black boule today, the sports writers, your sports players, your fashion designers, your artists, they all been in those colleges, they all been sworn in. And the gatekeepers of that, you just can't be sworn into these fraternities and sororities, and then you just gonna bounce out after you done learned all the secrets and swore to this. That's another reason why most of them die. Syphilis and its predators. So no, all this sex promotion. If the black man and black woman is supposed to be about education and lifting up the planet, then why is 80% of all blacks naked on TV? Why 90% of all the music is about sex? And why 99.9% everything is about sports? Nothing about actually robotics. I've yet to see one rap artist or one musician artist or any of you showing us on the TV, on video, of your child building a robot, programming artificial intelligence, getting a blank robot toy and programming it to do what it wants. They got toys out there like that that'll teach your son or daughter to program robots. But you rather buy them Jordans, videos, PlayStations, and things like that. While other people's children across the planet are learning right now how to fix artificial intelligence machines. In case they go down, go in the computer, boom, done. Next computer, then it's back up and running. But no, you want to give them syphilis, immoral sex, the ideology of this is what you got to do to get some sex. Real shit for 1 hour. For 1 hour. You waste a whole hour. And you pay what? Just to do it again. Later on that night. Another hour. Now how much you got to pay to keep doing that? Just before you get rut. Get that release. Pass around syphilis and all the other diseases. And then on top of that, the spermicide, like homicide, is the exact same word. Spermicide is the way of saying homicide. Homicide is literally killing you. Spermicide is really killing inside of you. So while we kill the inside of you, which is your sperm, we're going to kill you the other side, homicide. So they're killing you from life, and they're killing you from life. That's wild, man. That's wild. When a motherfucker can kill your sperm, then to keep you from life. Now that you're here, will kill you and begin to grow like a sperm, like turn into a man, a godly man. Kill you. So yeah, that spermicide, that inside that, especially going to inside that female, that's why that pussy stink. That's how you know it stink. That's how you know how much she have sex all the time. Same thing with a man's penis. That spermicide sits right on top of your motherfucking skin and inside your pussy walls. You can't wash that shit off. That shit don't just wash off with soap. That shit collect body oils. That's what it does. Think about it. It's like a sponge to your body oils. Real shit. Get the picture. Love to assault your death wish. A lot of you are literally killing yourself with condoms and women's spermicidal things. Go get yourself checked out. You know what I mean? Stop passing this, whatever it is. And some of you know you get something. But you're in that camera looking pretty high instead of being honest. Telling somebody your story. I don't have no story to tell. Otherwise, I tell you, look, yeah, man, I get syphilis and this is how I got it doing this. And I tell you, I'm like, all right. But we don't have that issue. But because we've been around people who had syphilis, AIDS, and things of that nature by the grace of the Most High, Yah, People got the corona or whatever else, and we haven't got sick. We praise the Most High Yah. Uh, that's what we mean by being part of life, where you don't get sick, but you still partake in life's uh, purpose, whether you know it or not. Life has its own purpose that doesn't evolve you. You just so happen to be in it. You know, you're like part. You like the shellac that makes the shovel shiny. You know, but it's fucked up. It's really messed up. Black gods, black goddesses, I call ourselves. Go get checked up. You know, y'all had some Christmas sex. You had some New Year's sex. Some of y'all said, look, I'm going to do some shit every day before this year because I'm young. You know, had 2 or 3 motherfuckers in you, or 2 or 3 motherfuckers outside of you. You know, exchanged all types of spit and shit. And you went and kissed the babies, kissed your nephews and nieces and shit. Now you mad because the school said that the other kids are sick. I guess the other kids would be sick. Auntie and uncle out there sucking and fucking everything and kissing on the babies, passing that shit to the children. Duh. Twitter folks, it's good. Hope somebody can chime in anytime. Anybody's more than glad to come in and get some of this. You know? We get other brothers reading the Bible. The other brothers teach the Quran, so that'll confirm why and how and who and the punishments for this. We're just addressing the consciousness of what's going around us and nobody's speaking about it. I'm seeing everybody playing the keyboard on Instagram. Instagram became a platform for vanity and who makes the best beats, who can outshine, who can outdo most videos. Instagram is one of the things where you can get murdered now. You know, so actually Instagram has become the hood part of Facebook. Facebook's become the streets. Facebook's the streets where you can shake your ass. You know, you give a fuck. You can be high up, you know. And you get the conscious ones that come through the hood. Like Facebook will be like Harlem and shit. You know, you get all types coming through Harlem, the Bronx, or your local neighborhood. But Instagram, that's the music of the music creators, the hood rich platform. If you hood rich, then you going over to Instagram. Now you get to Twitter. Correct me if I'm wrong, folks. You get to Twitter. Now you're moving up to the politics. You know what I mean? Because I'm looking at all 4 screens. Then YouTube, they'll do a wavelength of how many people have been watching you. And so we have the gang all here. But that's fucked up, man. If you, especially if you're reading this, any scriptures or teaching, go to the doctors, man. You know, go to the doctors if you can. Get your sexual thing checked out. Passing off these STDs and these AIDS and that I don't want to know shit. Because the shit come out your pores, whether y'all know it or not, alright? It's your saliva. You know, some of you might be blowing coke and dope, you know, put on your pants. But meanwhile, you sitting on somebody's furniture. The babies come up there and rub their hands on it, mouth, and they got your saliva. But you don't wipe on your pants or on the furniture. Now the baby coming in playing. I take it to school. A lot of y'all don't think like that, man. You don't say you do. A lot of y'all don't even ponder on like that. I'll have another cup of coffee. Be right back. All right. We back. Shalom, peace. There's syphilis and its predators. So now we have a nation of predators who's passing off these diseases. And the mentality behind getting the disease, even if it's an STD, drippies, gonorrhea, shit like that shit still exists, if not worse. They don't want to admit. Now you got these disease niggas. Now you got COVID disease, this disease, that disease. Now you got the flu coming up, disease. Then if you smoke like I smoke, squares weed, if you young, you probably swallowing that phlegm. Now you got pneumonia and sneezing on motherfuckers. Hitting the blunt, passing that shit off to other people. Eat canker sores on the corner of your lips. You get put on all that motherfucking makeup. Talk about look pretty, how pretty I am. If you take that shit off, you get all them bumps on your face. And it's pus. I'm talking about keeping it 100. Syphilis predators. You know who you is. Put all that makeup on. There's some history about syphilis where they said it was in the 1600s. They used to have sex so much, right? They got the Bible and said that's leprosy, syphilis, because your face will bubble up. Your skin, your genitals, yeah. And especially if you see tall skinned people with their faces bubbled up, syphilis. I'm not saying all of them. They just changed the name of the disease when it's on their face. Is that they started putting making masks, fake noses on, so wouldn't nobody know. So this might be the ritual of syphilis ritual, where they put the mask on. Well, who told you? It's just coming to me. They don't want you to see the disease. So they put the mask on. Had long noses, short noses. So if syphilis caused them to put the mask on, right? How much more they use the mascara? And why men also started wearing mascara. And since they like to have sex so much from what syphilis, again syphilis, STD, and all that other shit, we're having all types of sex. We have an orgy. And because it's strictly only about sex and not the organs, just about the fun of the sex itself, the erotic and having sex, that's much the multiplicity in it. But just the fact that force. So like in that, this disease pool. Now we have the LGBTQ. When you look at syphilis and its predators, in the history of syphilis, look at syphilis as some nigga on the corner, and he happened to come up on your block. You know what I mean? Poison the first kings, and then the other ones is left over, infect them with my mentality. It attacks the brain. It bubbles your skin. It causes you to cover up yourself. Why? Because of the bubbles, the noticeability that the skin is burning, or you know what I mean? To me, that's a crackhead. When your head, your face, literally starts peeling the fuck off. You're like, look at Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head. What is them bumps and pimples all on your face? If that's why you have makeup on, you're from the ancient syphilis community. Because that's why everybody wore makeup. It was banned. So they made their own community. And they kept doing what they wanted to do. So you can imagine if there's the beast man out in the field, and there's a wolf, and a wolf man, ape man out in the field, or a lizard man out in the field. We don't know. The spirit of syphilis would mate with anything because it's about sex and sex only. That's why I says being lustful is not good. That makes sense. Lust will drive you into bestiality. You'll act like a beast with one another until you actually go get a beast and think you can hide that shit. Syphilis and its predators. The reason why I turn the TV off, because I'm seeing it's predators at work. It's entertainers at work. It's theater. It's like the main producer of this TV shit is Syphilis, the demon. And he's promoting all this sex through the media. And the human beings who has this demon on them that's promoting nothing but sex of all type. He has that permission. And now we'll get to watch it on camera. And no dancing parties so much while they're spreading my sperm side or my disease upon humanity. Because you got to die in two ways. Syphilis and syphilis predators. What's up, folks? You there? down two ways. If you're promoting nothing but lust, lust promotes spermicide. Spermicide promotes the murdering of the natural chemicals or the natural genomes or DNA structure of a man or woman when you have sex with a condom. So you're killing life right there in yourself. That's homicide in itself. Suicide in itself. Birth control in itself. That is designed to do that. Why? Because this demon, syphilis, said sex is cool. You can do whatever you want with it. You can have what you want to have with it. You don't need no morals with sex. Hell, you can get rich and live lavishly off of me. Just don't tell them that I poisoned your soul. Literally. Because you don't want to spread me around. And you want nobody to know that you got me in you. You better put on this condom. Or this condemnation. Yeah. Meditate on that for a minute. So now we promote this sex thing. I'm so tired of looking at ass and tits, bro, sis, and cars and jewelry and how many people could make beats. When you look at that like a river and you see syphilis like this spinning it, it's all sexual oriented. Some of you folks is rich and won't even go get your Peter checked out. Some of you are rich, won't get your Virginia, or whatever you call her, your Miss Susie, checked. Some of you know you get that green shit in your drawers. Tell you a true story. One day I was younger, really true story. I was young. I ain't gonna say her name. Fact, may she rest in peace. Me and my best friend at the time, little Lakeland Road, right? And he keeps little shorties coming in all the time. So these two shorties, I was, talking to at the same time. One, I ain't never had sex with. This light-skinned one. The chocolate one, I've been with her already before. Up on the hill. So, me and the dark one was called to stop talking. I'm like, all right. So the light-skinned one come over, right? When I always wanted to, you know what I mean? So, a man, my bro, what he is, he come down the steps, right? Hit the light and say such and such is at the garage door, about to come up the front. She seen me. I'm like, oh shit. So I had to go hurry up and put her clothes on. But the man caught her drawers. Was like, what's this? I mean, the drawers was nasty as hell, man. I mean, I've never seen. It turned me off from sexy, like, because she was really beautiful and shit. Like, Some of you sexy, beautiful sisters and handsome, wonderful men, you know that penis and that vagina nasty, drippy, and y'all coming to people's cribs, smelling all good, and on your drawers got that stain in it, and you like, and you still wanna. And that's the bad thing about getting drunk. As I say, drunkard it's not good to be a drunkard. Because you won't pay attention to that shit and you allow that syphilis demon into you. You know. And you give me that head, you licking all over the motherfucker. Every girl you get, you just lick all on the motherfucker. And every guy you get, you just lick all over the nigga. And let's just say, you get to stop licking on motherfuckers, man. That's number one of the top 5 reasons children come to school sick. Or leave school sick. I'm telling you what I heard. Tell me what I know. Well, that's square I just had. I didn't like that motherfucker, did I? No, I didn't like that square. No, I didn't. Did I just like the square, man? I couldn't have like licked that square like that. Hold on, folks. No. See, motherfuckers say, oh, you be tripping? I'm like, hell yeah. I just don't need no luggage. Syphilis and predators. Yeah, so what put me on this tip? As I'm like, man, I'm good, man. Body clean. Matter of fact, I'm getting me a checkup today. You know, everything cool. We call the other doctors about this surgery there. But anywho, don't want to make this too long. But you know who you is, man. Go get that checkup before you give somebody your body, man. Show yourself some love, man. Go get a checkup, please. All right, go get a checkup. You know, make sure you passing the disease around, and believe it or not, too. Really, believe this or not, too. If you men full of sperm, you full of drugs, man, beat your meat, man. Get that first demons out of there, man. Wait 2 days, man, and go and handle your business. Don't be squirting that poison, that degenerate sperm up in the motherfucker. They're just like genocide too. That's why they feel drugs and alcohol, put certain shit, and it makes us horny, poison our our um, our life force, and so we pass a bad frequency of life force. Now semen, and no long. Not only that, it comes through a condom. You know, with that poison, you know, then it goes into the woman. That's a bad thing. You know, that's a lot of discharge he has to put out. And then you got some of you guys that want to let the pussy only discharge and hit it while it's bleeding. Man, it's not cool. That's spreading that syphilis demon. You becoming a predator for death and destruction and disease, man. Real shit. Can't do that. You're not be in your best interest to do that. You know? It won't be. And spread that word, you know. If y'all here getting your freak on, don't come kissing our children, all that. People forget about that. Everybody looking for that rich nigga and everybody looking for that rich bitch and that. But the diseases with that. People are still having sex to get to where they want to get to. Motherfuckers don't sing and rap and dance that motherfucking good. Especially motherfuckers making 100 million and up. You know how many souls he can manipulate and push the product a condom to make sure that you don't multiply. Then they show something with Drake with on a condom with hot sauce on it. The flavor. Somebody literally sucks a condom that tastes like hot sauce. Is this black America? That's not a man. That's not a woman. That's a freaking nature. Hot sauce off a condom. Get this picture. Even if it's in a movie, man, it's something that you really would never want to watch, let alone do. You're sitting here, something is putting this plastic thing over something, and it tastes, as it says, is hot sauce. And this thing is proceeding to put their mouth on it, male or female, on this condom hot sauce thing. I'm amazed that you put in hot sauce on somebody's penis or vagina or toy or like, wow. This is Black history at its finest. Like, and somebody's marketing that. Somebody's going to go buy that. That's what we call it, syphilis and predators. And its predators. And it said that you can get it from saliva. Oh, you blunt pushers. Come on. You need to be calm. Fucking up. Shit, like. So that's what's going on with that. Like, that's amazing. All right, my energy just got shifted, so we're going to end this. Take care of each other. Go get this checked out. You know, like I said, syphilis now can be communicated through saliva. So be careful who you drink behind, hit that blunt behind, share your food with. That might be that sex you want to cross the table from you. You just, man, whatever. You just don't know, so you have to be extra mindful. And still have fun. Still have fun. It's just that you gotta be up more observant. You see, well, get the bumps on the lips. You know, got bumps on their tongue, bumps on their gums, things of that nature. Bumps on their nose, look like little puss balls or whatever. Little craters, like, okay. I'm not saying any bad or good people. We just said something inside of you is boiling. Alright, so let's keep OMAR saying peace. Take care of each other. Father, we thank you for the video. We ask that you confirm it. Let it be according to your divine purpose. By prayer and power of spirit, come, which powers before we for me not to receive. Thank you. Selah. We out. And that. Oh, snap.